I'm Nancy. The idea of the Cardinal Love Book came from my own experiences with cardinals when I was 6. My students wrote about how cardinals build nests, live in broods, and who their predators are. I will also be telling the story of how cardinals have woven their lives into mine. Cardinal Love. The concept of setting my cardinal story down in print and collaborating with my students came from my two dearest lifelong friends. Even as I write, the attention-getting song of the cardinal right outside my window is right on cue. A friend is someone that knows the song of your heart and can sing it back to you when you've forgotten the words, a saying from a fortune cookie. When I was 6 and in first grade, each and every day I would hurry home to sit on the kitchen counter to watch through my window. I watched a family of cardinals as they selected their spot, constructed their nest, laid and guarded the eggs, and then fed and nurtured their brood till it was time to push the young birds out and on their own.
When I was looking out the window, I saw a brood, which is a number of young birds produced and hatched at the same time, being fed. They tilted their heads back and opened their mouths wide to get worms.
Observing like a scientist might, I became entwined with their daily lives and even began to believe that we could communicate with one another. I remember a time during the nest building that one of the pair of cardinals, which mate for life, was dragging an entire napkin to use to build the nest. She artfully alternated the paper with her usual selection of twigs and grasses to make a sturdy nest.
Once my pair of cardinals found a nesting spot, they began to gather grass, twigs, and pine straw. They even used things that we use every day, like napkins, string, and hairnets. They both made and took care of the nest.
Next, after laying the eggs, the mother bird flew off to do some shopping, I imagined, while the father bird kept the eggs warm. Unbeknownst to the quickly approaching blue jay that was swooping in to attack the nest, the daddy bird that was fortunately there chased the blue jay around the side of the house.
The cardinal's predators are the blue jay, the squirrel, the hawk, and hunters. The mother bird pushes the baby birds out of the tree when it's time to go out into the world.
I also remember the day that the baby birds were ready to learn how to fly. There was not a lot of flying going on that teaching session. It looked more like a lot of pushing and baby birds dropping to the ground. The next year, same season, brought another pair of cardinals that I believed to be the children all grown up from the previous year. They selected the same tree, same spot to build and lay their eggs. My relationship with the cardinal only intensified as I became an adult. While I was in college, I became interested in reading about Native American concepts such as totems, which are animals we select to protect us and represent characteristics of ourselves. Not only did the male cardinal's vivid red coloring attract me to it, but also its piercing, recognizable song stood out among all of the species. Whenever I have needed a pick-me-up or have come to a crossroads in my life, their voices begin to chirp loud and strong with the effect of focusing me on a decision confronting me. My totem reminds me that I can always take the opportunity to recognize the importance of my life purpose and to add color to my life. A footnote. 2 years in a row now, an identical abandoned nest has been found at the top of a column on my front porch at my new home where I am rebuilding my life. This most recent nest even had an unhatched egg in it, which looks remarkably like the cardinals. Guess I will have to pay closer attention to see who built it next year.